What is up, guys? KFC here, bringing us our long-awaited YouTube channel. Finally got a new computer, able to do some recording, so gonna give it a shot, see how it works, get my feet wet. I wouldn't be expecting anything fancy for these videos, just to kind of start off. Just a couple of war recaps and maybe a theory craft video dedicated to TGF Rising about donating troops regularly. Kind of in the first couple of weeks. So first, just kind of want to recap this war against Elite Chile. Kind of 2-star specialist down the board, with the exception of Liquid's base. If there is a Town Hall 9 in our clan that gets 3-starred in a war where we only get 2-starred, it's always Liquid. I don't know what it is about his bases. They're just god-awful. So pretty much 2s down the Town Hall 9s. Even the Town Hall 8s didn't get cleaned up. So not a great job on their end. On our side, the top Town Hall 11 got 1-starred by Todd, and then everything else got 3-starred down the map. So a really successful war. I think any war where we clear the Town Hall 9s with Town Hall 9s has got to be considered a success. So just to kind of get this video started, I'm going to do 3 attacks, 1 at each Town Hall level. Kind of walk through them a little bit, some things that I see. And then I'll kind of get your guys' feedback and group me about things that you would like to see in future videos. So let's go ahead and start with Tread Easy's attack. Cleaning up my mess on base 3. Not a very high level base. Expo is set to ground. Pretty much Town Hall 8 defenses across the board with the exception of the cannons. So not a great base, but you know, we work with what they give us. Bring in triple bolt, 2 rage, poison, and an earthquake. Going to take out both of these air defenses with the triple bolt. Going to go ahead and start his queen walk up there. Triple bolt takes out both air defenses, and watch the value that he gets from this queen walk. This queen is going to walk quite a long way. Heads up play there with the loon to snipe that cannon, and a good funnel created with those minions. And we can kind of speed up this queen walk a little bit. Also going to take care of the enemy CC. Dragon and 2 loons pop out, drops his poison. Does not burn a rage spell here. I think he does use the queen's ability. Oh, nope, saves the queen's ability as well. And then the queen's just going to kind of continue her walk. Engages the enemy queen right here. Uses the rage spell first. I think in general it's always smart to use the rage before you pop the ability. Popping the ability allows you to kind of duck. Heaven forbid you get caught by an Inferno Tower or something, whereas a Rage won't necessarily save you in that circumstance, and you're going to see that kind of play out right here. As soon as this Queen pops into range, just very briefly, of that Inferno Tower, the healers are having no effect on the Queen. Luckily, she pops out of it. No need to use the ability yet, as she'll kind of get healed back up. King goes down almost as just kind of a tank and just kind of a funnel creator. Has some wall breakers that are going to pop in right here to allow the queen to kind of get in and get these other 2 air defenses. There go the wall breakers. Queen shoots down the wizard tower. In goes his level 40 queen and locks onto that 3rd air defense. And now he can start his air portion. Pretty self-explanatory from here. Both infernos are still up, but when you have 2 hounds and only 1 air defense that's level 6, just a swarm of balloons from the right side. Going to use his rage spell to make sure that he funnels everything into the core of the base, take out those Inferno Towers. Loons up top. Like I said, Expo is set to ground, so not a super hard attack, and just absolutely wrecks it. We can just kind of fast forward the cleanup here, and takes home a Town Hall 10 triple. So good job to Tread Easy. Now let's watch another one. All right, next attack is going to be LT on their 6. So again, not a very good base in terms of good double positions. You see a spot maybe somewhere in the core here for doubles. But also, so basically this is one of those bases where the Teslas or the bombs are going to be either on, one of them is going to be in the core, one of them is going to be on the outside. So either the core has 2 sets of doubles, and the Teslas are all kind of in these little small pockets on the outside, or it's going to be the opposite, where the bombs are somewhere on the outside, maybe in singles. So if I was reading this base as a first attack, I would probably assume that there are singles next to each wizard tower, and there were going to be Teslas in the core. But always best to kind of prepare for all different scenarios. So I would not want to deploy hogs without in some way removing pathing to some of that stuff in the core. So with a queen kind of so offset, I think the shattered approach that he's going to take from the left side is definitely going to be a good one. And so we'll kind of watch how that plays itself out. Going to start by getting the CC lure down here, and instantly he sees a bomb trip kind of in the outside compartment. And so as you're poisoning, it's going to take about 20 seconds. I always think it's a good kind of idea to start thinking about, okay, like now that I know that there's a bomb there, you can kind of assume now that there are Teslas in the core. And so if you've planned multiple kind of deployment styles, you know which one you're going to go with at this point. So double poisons the dragon, is going to kind of get started up here. Creates a nice funnel with 3 minions. Waits a little longer than I would personally. I'm a little bit more of an up-tempo attacker, but very patient. Wants to make sure his queen doesn't walk, his king doesn't walk. Places his jump spell there, which is going to direct his golems in. And then as you'll see, as his golems comes in, that golem's going to trip a bomb as well. So like I said, not a very good base. King goes down, easily going to get that queen. And then everything here from here is basically just deploying his hogs and making sure the spells are kind of on point. And so one thing I will point out about this attack is the heal locations, and I'm going to try and do a live pause here. So his first heal spell comes down right here, and so perfect heal spell because there's Teslas here, but look at the value that he gets from the heal spell. So these hogs are going to start on this archer tower, and they are protected. And then they're going to move to this Tesla and this air defense, and once again they're protected. And then they can move to this Expo and this Tesla, and they're protected. So all 5 defenses that his hogs are coming in at are going to be protected under that heal spell. If the back end of that heal spell was kind of on the back end of this first Tesla, he wouldn't necessarily have protection for the hogs that might stray over to this Expo or to that Tesla. So really, really good heal placement there. And then just going to kind of work his way surgical around the base with the rest of the hogs, 3 or 4 per each defense. Doesn't need a heal kind of for this first layer. Make sure that maybe loses 1 or 2 hogs, and then second heal. Once again, in a great spot, protecting all the major defenses. Possibly could have backed it up just a little bit more, but ultimately just a really well dropped second heal spell. And then finally you see the 2 other Teslas pop, and that's where the third heal kind of goes down, and he can support that on the back with these back end hogs. And then as you can see, kind of as the base is kind of wrapping up, he's got 4 wizards for cleanup, and so you can start identifying some of the spots that those would be kind of good to drop. By the time you drop your final heal spell, and the only action you have left is the cleanup, kind of get started immediately. There's no need to watch the rest of the attack as it occurs in the middle. And so this area over here where the hogs are going to finish, a great spot for a wizard, and kind of works his way around all 4 corners of the base to get a nice, easy cleanup. So plenty of hogs left. Nice triple. I believe this was a fresh hit. And that's another 3 stars for the Goodfellas. So I'm going to do one more and wrap this up. But want to end the video with watching Rex's attack on the Town Hall 8. Bringing a 4 Quake Go-Ho here. It's one of those kind of, I guess you can call this an anti-3. It's not super symmetrical, but it has kind of that generic, the 4 boxes around the core, where you can only negate really 2 of the double spots with a kind of generic kill squad. And so a good way to determine kind of which direction you bring with the kill squad is kind of what value you get out of bringing your kill squad a certain direction. So down south, you see 3 pieces of point defense that are known, the 2 archer towers and the cannon, and then the 2 mortars and the wizard tower. Not super threatening for hogs. And then up here you have a lot more value. You've got 3 point defense up top where you're going to make your entry, and then you have an archer tower and a cannon over here, which are easily picked off by 5 or 6 hogs. So Rex, as you can see, going to come from the top, going to drop his quakes and open up that kind of core area. Drops his 2 golems, gets a nice funnel going. Now it's important to notice that with 4 Quake Go-Ho, you're basically relying on your wizards to come in behind and take out the enemy clan castle because you don't have the double poison. And so it's a little bit of a scary tactic for me. I haven't had too much success with it, but Rex has been absolutely slaying with it. Clan castle pops out. There you see the 3 wizards that are going to be responsible for the clan castle, and they do lock on to the dragon. You can see the dragon getting targeted right there. The balloon will go down shortly after. And then In come the hogs kind of on the left side while all that's going on. As you can see, both golems went to the right, so this double giant bomb set has not been tripped yet, so he kind of trails in 5 or 6 hogs, and there goes the golem's going to trip it ahead of time. At least one of them, and the other one is over there. It just didn't get tripped. And then finally the hogs coming in down here. I'm going to pause here because I really want to focus on heal spell locations. So this is an example of a heal spell that could have been dropped a little bit better, just for more value. The hogs cannot get in the heal spell on the back end, so there's no way they can take advantage of that heal spell. The only way that they'll get advantage from it is to kind of be in front of it. So kind of everything that's in that wizard tower's range is a kind of a wasted heal. So you could actually push that heal over. I think what Rex wanted to do is to make sure in case there was a single right here that those hogs are protected, and you can definitely drop it a little bit more so like this end is kind of where this wizard tower is shooting. So you can get the protection there, and then by scooting it down a little bit, because you don't need to protect up here, you can possibly get these hogs that are kind of being targeted right now by the archer towers, and you can probably just save a hog or two. Not a huge deal, but once you get to maybe max defense town hall 8s, max defense town hall 9s, and you're hogging, every kind of spell drop matters. So that's just one example of a heal that could have been placed a little bit better. Hogs coming in. As you can see, the double set has got him in tripped off here, but Rex might not know that if he kind of is scrolling his screen down. So very wisely, kind of make sure he doesn't drop his heel kind of down in this low threat area. A couple of springs, got pretty fortunate there. And then finally, the single bomb goes off, but the spot is pre-healed and can take out the rest of the base. And then his cleanup starting around the outside. So that wizard definitely could have gone up to this drill. So we'll kind of walk down, kind of speed up cleanup process. But ultimately, you have hogs on this end of the ring. You've got kind of a wizard going up now to clean that end of the ring. And it should be a pretty painless process to clean this base up. And so that's it, guys. The very first war recap video for the Goodfellas in the books, assuming that I learn how to edit the video. So good job kind of all around, kind of meeting our goals, clearing those Town Hall 9s with other Town Hall 9s. Kind of get a recap of the war here. As you can see, 29 3-stars to 7. So not a great elite showing from Chile, but maybe we will rematch them in the future once they learn what they're doing. No donations, so Rising, take note that I actually checked to make sure that no one needed donations. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Shoot me some feedback, some comments down in the YouTube section below. I'm definitely starting the way that a lot of other YouTubers started in terms of making these videos for you guys. So tell me what you want to see, and we will see what happens. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.